Hello, welcome to Inner GPS Gurus. What are neural pathways? Is it possible for you to change or alter your neural pathways? How can you change or transform your neural pathways? Neural pathways are the neural networks which the brain creates in your nervous system, and these neural pathways are hardwired in your nervous system in such a way that it gets repeated automatically without you doing anything in the present. For example, if you have created the habit of brushing teeth in your childhood, then due to repetition of that activity, your brain has created neural pathway of brushing the teeth in your nervous system. Today, when you want to brush your teeth, you don't need to learn every day in a new way how to do that. Automatically, when you go into the bathroom, you take the brush in your hand and your hand starts brushing your teeth in the way you have taught your nervous system to do the same. Likewise, for every activity which you function as a human being, you have created different neural pathways. Neural pathways are always getting created based on what activity you do repeatedly as you live life. Some habit forming neural pathways are created in your childhood, and your parents play a major role to create those good habits so that you can function as an individual independently without anyone's help for your basic activities. Children who suffer from autism, their brain is not equipped enough to create neural pathways, and hence they find the difficulty to form habits, even to maintain themselves, and the basic habits of how to eat food, how to go to the washroom, how to take bath or clean yourself cannot be formed for autistic children naturally as it is natural for you. These are neural pathways of the physical body, the physical form. With education, you learn many neural pathways, how to talk to people, how to read, how to study, how to connect with your environment, how to work, how to do everything which you are doing right now as an individual. Neural pathways are directed by the brain with the signals it receives from the internal environment as well as the external environment. The external environment is the family or social setup where you are growing as an individual. Your internal environment comprises the signals received from the instinctive functions of the body, the thought process of the mind, and the inner GPS signals of the energy, the consciousness which you are. Over time, you know how to behave instinctively. Over time, you know how to behave or act instinctively based on the signals from the body which comes to you due to evolutionary journey. The mental thoughts based on emotions have created certain neural pathways in your system, and you react to anything externally in the same pattern because your nervous system gives you the same signal every time an action happens in the same way. For example, someone falls down. Your nervous system is designed in such a way that you go and lift that person, and this happens very fast without you knowing about it. Later, when you introspect, you come to know that you did not take the time and space to act on that. It happened spontaneously from you because you have trained your brain to help someone who falls down due to the good ethics and morals taught to you from your parents or education system. Likewise, for every act you do, you are driven naturally to do so because you have created millions of neural pathways to do every action of your life. Is it possible for you to change the neural pathways? Because not all the neural pathways created by you are benefiting you in all ways. Some are negative neural pathways based on reaction patterns in your environment in your growing years. If you are brought up in a disturbed family where your parents were fighting, you have created the neural pathway of fear and suppressing your emotions instead of expressing it and getting free from it. This is one instance of how you create negative neural pathway. Likewise, due to trauma, anxiety, depression at any stage of your life, you have created many neural pathways which are of lower energies of fear, guilt, shame, grief, anger, resentment, blame, shame and hurt. These neural pathways of suppressing the energy behave in the same way if in the present you come across something which needs a certain response to be given. For example, someone shouts at you at your workplace. Your response should be to communicate with that person about his behavior. Instead of suppressing it, you should express it to the person then and there when the event has happened. But due to your old neural pathway of suppressing the emotion, you succumb to the situation. You do not want to convey or talk to the person and take the dominating energy of the other person. When you calculate all the negative neural pathways you have created, you will come to know that you have become a robot with all these functions which behave similarly in all situations. You are a personality who is fearful, who is less confident, who is dependent, who is fearful of taking any risk and coming out of your comfort zone, and now you feel like a shit. You feel that life is not so good with you and you cannot see the possibilities which you can create with your life force. All these have happened because you have surrendered to the mind instead of remaining as a consciousness. You have stopped functioning as a conscious person and have listened to your mind for every action you take. If your mind is not functioning, you go to other people with their minds, you take suggestions from them, and they also suggest you the same negative actions which could have been dealt differently. Neural pathways are hardwired in your system like the roads constructed on this earth. There are millions in number and you cannot change each and every pathway by taking actions on each and every activity of yours, because it will take millions of years. But there is a way to change your entire setup of neural pathways by changing the perspectives you look at life. You have to shift your dimension of living life from the mind to the consciousness. You have to shift your perspective from the limited dimension to the unlimited dimensions and truth of this existence. When you look from the perspectives of the universal consciousness working in you as an individual consciousness, you will learn gradually how to respond in a particular situation, and you will not work in patterns as you have been till now. More about this you need to know based on what are the limitations your own neural pathways are creating in you, and I can teach you to know your old neural pathways and to change them so that you can be transformed, into a new individual, an empowered being, free from all the limitations of the old form, because you are the formless awareness of consciousness which can function only in the present, which functions only in the present, and you can be free from your past created by your mind. To know more about it, you can connect to me for personal coaching. I will guide you, help you locate the areas which needs a change and be your master to monitor you over a period of time. It may take a series of sessions, maybe few months or a year, depending on how much you are functioning as an old self. So ask questions, share your problems with me. I will give you the solutions with some concrete action plan to help you change your neural pathways. Thank you so much. Have a good day.